everyone. I'm Barb. I'm the director of the Wildlife Department. I'm so excited because we have John, our vet tech, our wildlife vet tech. In fact, John founded our wildlife department back in the late 80s. We're so glad he's back in our wildlife department working part-time. And he's going to share something about this story. And we also have Dr. Sloat. And we're talking about this osprey.
Well, what happened was we got a call here about the injured osprey at Beaver Island State Park. And nobody was with it. It wasn't confined. Didn't really want to send a driver all the way up there if they couldn't find it. I happen to live on Grand Island, and I sent my wife over there to take a look. And she was able to find it, and she got it in a carrier and brought it out here for us to look at.
So we looked at the osprey together. He wasn't able to stand when he came in, so he was kind of on the ground with his wings balancing him so he could be upright. But he wasn't able to use his feet. His feet were curled up and he was down on his hocks. So we got some x-rays. We wanted to see if there was any fracture of his spine or anything else going on with him. Luckily we didn't see any fracture, but he was showing signs that he did have a spinal cord injury. So we immediately, got him on some medication. We put him in a nice soft carrier with a big comforter. We didn't want him to hurt himself. These guys have a 6-foot wingspan, so they can really flap and cause damage to themselves when they're in rehabilitation. So we had to make sure he was protected against anything hard where he'd hurt himself, especially if he couldn't stand. So we got him on a medication to help the swelling in the spinal cord, and we put him on a medication to prevent any fungal disease, because these guys are predisposed to that too. So incredibly, every day he was showing improvement. The first day his feet were uncurled, then he was up on his hocks, then he was up on his feet, and then we moved him to a larger cage. He was starting to fly a little bit. So this is great. Once they are improving like that, they can get better pretty quickly, and they can do well, and this guy did.
It's difficult to have them in rehabilitation. We have to force feed them. I think we were force feeding them 3 times a day, which means we have to catch them up and we have to push fish down his throat, which is very stressful. And so we're always combating against the stress of captivity with the efforts to rehabilitate them. And he was just showing signs of getting better and better and better. And so we released him. We caught him up that day. We gave him a nice meal that morning, caught him up that day, and took him out to Beaver Island, and he looked fabulous. And I can't wait for you all to see it. It was amazing. You're going to see it. Taking care of animals like this, big animals like this, raptors, apex predators, they eat a lot. And for us to feed them, it takes a lot of resources, it takes a lot of money. And it's really thanks to people like you that make donations to us that we can do this here in Western New York. We can rehabilitate, rescue, rehabilitate, and release wild animals back into your neighborhood. So thank you so much. Please consider making a donation. Go to us at yourspca.org. And if you see a sick, injured, or orphaned animal, give us a call at 875-7360, extension
247.
You know it. That's going to go on the blooper reel. You don't know our number? 247. It's 247.